The thing about you neurotypicals is that a lot of you neurotypicals, you saw who the neurodivergents were in school, in your class, and your peers, and you all would make social interactions with them difficult on purpose. Like, you all would intentionally challenge like every single thing that they had to say. If they threw out an idea, you had some type of way to contradict what they said or try to discredit it or invalidate it. It's like you all didn't want to let a neurodivergent just be great. You didn't want to let them just exist in conversation or exist within the group of people. It's like you all just wanted to find a reason to poke the bear with them. You wanted to find a reason to shut them down. And I think a lot of this goes into the fact that the controlling type of neurotypical people did this the most with neurodivergence, because controlling people like to control the outcome of everyone around them. They don't like to be the type to just go with the flow. They like to be in charge. And then when a neurodivergent comes along and they want to just kind of go with the flow of things, or they may have just, they throw a suggestion of like ways that we can go, or just throw any type of ideas around the group, maybe conversation starters, or maybe just activities that we can all do as a group together. Because the neurodivergent is the one that came up with the idea, and this is like the social reject, the one that they want to reject socially. So they will reject every idea that you bring up just because they want to reject you. But had someone else brought up the idea, another neurotypical, it wouldn't have been the same. It's like you all, like the neurotypicals did this to the neurodivergents intentionally to make them feel small, to make them feel unwanted. Or if, a neurodivergent may have been throwing out ideas or starting up conversations or whatever the case was, the controlling neurotypical friend feels like they're losing control of the group. They're losing control of their friends. They're losing control of the dynamic. So what they have to do now is they have to go against the person that is gaining control of everyone, or just leading, not even gaining control in a sense, but just leading the group. They want to gain control of the person that's stepping up as the leader and go combat against them to like bring them down, basically. That's why when you see like a neurodivergent going toe to toe with the neurotypical, because the neurotypical is, picking a fight with them basically, all because the neurodivergent was just genuinely and from a pure place just wanting to exist within this social interaction. And because you have a controlling neurotypical that doesn't want to allow this neurodivergent space to exist, they want to shrink them, they want to keep them small, they want to keep the one that's just, no, you're just over there as the observer, you don't get to speak, you don't get to interact, you can be there but you don't get to interact with us. It's kind of like a you can't sit with this type of energy. Yeah, it's bullshit ass energy, and it's honestly fucking fickle, and it's really nasty and disgusting. And it shows how ableist neurotypicals are and how insecure they are, because once they perceive that someone is threatening their status, they have to go and tear that person down immediately. Because instead of them just being secure within themselves and confident and being like, okay, that's fine, let's go ahead and do with that, or whatever the case is, being cool about it, they have to be very assertive, very aggressive, very abrasive with it. They have to be very blunt, very controlling with how they take over the dynamic of the group. They take over the friendship. They take the lead and control this whole friend group dynamic, and we're just sitting in a social setting just trying to be cool. It's all because the neurotypicals need control. And when they feel like they're not in control of a social setting, they have to force themselves to get control. So they go and combat against the neurodivergent. And they're only making themselves look stupid and foolish because the neurotypical is coming from a place of malice, while the neurodivergent is coming from a place of genuineness. Okay? So if one person is being genuine, as one person is being malicious, you clearly see who the real villain is here. This one right here is being the villain, playing the role of the villain, but trying to act like the victim, while you have the one that's playing the role of the hero that is seen as the villain. So yeah, it's just neurotypicals just don't want the neurodivergents to be the hero in the story. Neurotypicals want to be the hero of the story. So yeah, that's just how it is. But a lot of times the neurodivergent is the hero in the story, whether the neurotypical likes it or not. So yeah, we thrive even when they try not to let us.